Hi, welcome back. It's Scott. So today I wanted to show you um, something interesting about Redfin and potentially for those that aren't able to have a home or were looking to buy a home but are quickly being priced out, this might be something that concerns you. Um, Recently, back in February here, about mid-February, Redfin bought uh, RentPath. Now, RentPath is one of these companies that owns a lot of the rental.com, rentals.com, apartmentsguide.com. If you type in rental and your area, generally you'll hit these things first. Redfin, as you may or may not know, is a uh, real estate broker slash middleman. They're between the uh, agent who might be selling or helping someone buy a home. And in many cases, the real estate agents don't necessarily like them because they cut into their commissions. But it's interesting that Redfin would be jumping in more to the rental market. It is in the real estate arena, but it's not exactly housing. So let's jump over to look at Wall Street Journal here and look at their stock, RDFN. So that's Redfin stock. And let's just look at their liquidity. So looking, okay, nothing here, but interest rate or interest coverage ratio. So this again is EBIT, which is their earnings before interest and tax, divided by their interest payments. So if you look at that, that's fairly low. The other thing is that, let's look at their income. Well, their income's rather negative, super negative here, but overall fairly negative. But yet, they're growing like a weed. What could they possibly do to get more cash flow, money coming in to increase their income over time? Well, let's look at some of the rental market here. We have Apartment Guide Rent Report. Okay, that's for April 2021. And just looking at the national average of rent increasing, it's interesting to see that 2 and 3 bedroom homes are growing. Well, what happens if Redfin might even own some of these homes? Them and OpenDoor, they bought them up. What happens when they act as maybe a rental agency or they somehow make a deal with other rental agencies to run them? Uh, they can lock in a lot of real estate and a lot of homes. And people transact a lot more in rentals than they do in homes because your average length in a rental might be a year or two or a few. Well, in a home, you might be in there for much longer. So the ability for them to adjust their prices up and increase with the rate of inflation or even beyond the rate of the market increase uh, is quite strong, as well as if they own most of the homes, they can control the price. So we see a lot of these 2 and 3 bedrooms are moving. And so if we look at it, there's a lot of places across the United States, different bedrooms, one, two, etc. So let's just look at the two-bedroom rentals. There are some places that the increase is 20 or 30%. Now we're in a pandemic. These may go down a little bit, but with a company like Redfin or OpenDoor buying up this real estate, they can hold the price up. And if we continue that long enough, you can see, you'll start finding trends where certain places are going to likely be able to keep their prices high, especially if California empties out and a lot of groups are moving to other places in the country because they're not going back to a physical location for work. Maybe they're going to be, remote working forever on. Google just made an announcement. They're not going back. They can now work from anywhere. But just looking at some of these increases, there's quite a trend in the increase of rent over time, which may drive future profits to Redfin as they capitalize and corner the market on your local real estate.